ever since McKenzie went out, it seems like not only are y'all kind of on a flow, but you've kind of taken that next level. Where did that come from, and what is there any conversations with yourself or with any coaches that kind of help spark this little streak you're on?
I would say, nah. I mean, with McKenzie being out, I mean, it hurts us. I mean, I hope he's doing well, and I know it's kind of hard for him to be around everything and everything he's going on. But we're always super thankful for him, and hope his journey is going well. But I mean, I'm just doing what the team needs, to be honest. Whatever coach or my teammates need me to do, I step up and do it, no matter what it is.
How does a guy that's not as big go up against like 7-footer this, last week, another one coming up this week, and you're consistently facing guys a lot bigger than you, and yet you're getting double doubles or scoring in the paint. How do you do that? What's the secret?
Uh, I mean, resilience. I would say. I've always played this way, in and out. Even in early on in my high school career, I played the five. So I mean, I've always been able to play the five and the four, and really just like I said, doing what it takes to help the team win. Yeah, sometimes some players just sacrifice other things in order to be better. So
Yeah, but not everybody can move into that spot. The production that you have.
I feel like it's just a new era of the game. I would say the new era of the game, and a little bit of the old era. My uncle played basketball, and he always taught me to like be prepared in any sense of what the team needs.
Are there any other old era characteristics that you pull from that you can play that grittiness down there?
I would say, I mean, like I said, I played back in high school. I played the five, and we basically played how we play now. We just didn't trap as much, but we played with the fast pace, and I played more five. And we actually had probably two 7-footers on our team at the time, but I probably was a tad bit more athletic. I caught more lobs then, but just being used to it, to be honest.
But is that it? Is it because you're more athletic than the bigger guys, maybe a little quicker? Is that
Yeah,
what's-
yeah, quicker, more athletic, probably stronger, but but no, just more so in also understanding like the angles and where I'm gonna score and where I know I'm gonna get my teammates. My teammates gonna give me the ball and where I can get them the ball. How the ball gonna come off the rim when rebounding. So just little things like that.
Excellent.
Are you the strongest guy on this team?
Yes.
What are you lifting?
What am I lifting? I mean, I don't really lift too much like that no more. When I was actually trying to lift, I probably benched about 240 was my max, probably a little higher. But right there, I don't really do it no more. It ain't no point.
You talk about your strength, but your mentality is another big thing that's helped this team. When you played against Texas, there seemed to be some chippiness, some energy shift there. Did you feel that, or did you feed off of that in game? I know there's some times where guys had to be separated a little bit.
I always try to get into that, especially I tell my teammates, let me talk. Let me get into a couple people because I feel like it just changed the flow of the game. Like I always tell Rylan, like, man, he hit a couple shots. Somebody hit a couple shots. I'm gonna start talking to him, bump him a little bit, maybe hit him on the screen. Now they thinking about other things and not thinking about the game of basketball. So I feel like that make the game fun too when you can talk a little mess.
To that point, Rylan said he heard more talking at the beginning of the game, more so than towards the end. Did you kind of feel that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people do that in the beginning of the game. They talk about how they gonna whoop us, how they gonna beat us, how they gonna do this to us. Until they got to play our game full court, they run it, and now they can't talk because they can't breathe.
Is that the Chicago in you coming out?
Yeah.
As you guys have started to study Mississippi State, just what have you noticed in kind of your scout and what you guys have talked about that just makes Josh Hubbard, their number 12, just so effective, and has the ability to score like he can at any given night?
I feel like the team is well-rounded around him. I know a lot of them are trying to look to get him open shots and look to get him open on ball screens or pin downs. I feel like they just do a great job of figuring out ways to get him the ball, knowing that he's their primary scorer. But I feel like also these past two teams is kind of similar to Mississippi State. The only difference is the past two maybe had more than two scores. So they all crashed the glass kind of similar. So
Through this stretch of success through the start of conference play, what is there anything new you've learned about the team that you feel like you can carry that success on moving forward in the next few games?
our resilience to play together in the hard times. A lot of teams make their runs, but we never allow a run to surpass what we already seen coming. So we understand that if we up 10, a team is gonna have their runs, but we want to continue to keep the lead. So they may make a run right before media, and we may be up 4. We understand once we come out of media that we got to pick it up immediately. Like in the Texas game, they hit a buzzer beater, and Rylan came out 3 straight threes and brought the energies to us, and we just ran from there, and they just never got the lead back.
Did you do you feel like the the Texas game was the best half court offense game that y'all played, and how much do you feel like that's been an aspect of this team that's developed over the last little bit?
I really didn't really pay much attention to it being the best, but I would say it's up there because I feel like we kind of got what we needed in each call we called. So layups, open threes, but I feel like we did good with everything we were supposed to do offensively in the second half with the half court offense.
Asked you about Jamie last Friday. Just what it mean to you guys to see him have those impactful moments when he got in those minutes.
It was great, especially them 2 dunks. It's like I always tell him, anytime you get a chance, like you need to dunk the ball. Them are energy shifters. Like them are sparks that just like create a different rhythm in our game, because now it's like, one, now you are playing off your own energy, but also the team is playing off your energy because you dunking the ball.
Anything else for Rashaun? All right, thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Rylan, just what it mean for you to be able to step up in that second half on Saturday and have the final 20 minutes you did to help you guys get that win?
It meant a lot, but more importantly, we got the win. That was more something I was focused about. It doesn't matter really who steps up in what game. It just matters if we win. But I was glad to help the team win that night.
Well, I know as a guy from Texas, what did you know about that series before, and did it have a special extra meaning to you, knowing that you were able to get a win for A&M for the first time in a long time there?
Yeah, it definitely meant a lot just for the school, like more so for the school than myself. I didn't really grow up watching college basketball, but I did know about the rivalry just because in Dallas, it felt like you were either A&M or Texas. Like, there's no in between, no A&M fan that likes Texas, no Texas fan that likes A&M. So I did know that they were rivals, but I didn't know to the extent until I got here. I realized that A&M fans really don't like them dudes over there. So just like pretty much any other school, like they're rival, they're a big-time rival, but it felt good to play good in that game and win the game.
Do you feel like there's any added momentum from winning that game heading into the next, or something that the team learned particularly from that game that can carry over into the next games?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like when you get a win in the SEC, especially an away game against a great team like that, a well-coached team, coached by a really, really good coach, feels like you have to take some momentum, but you also have to look and see where you could have got better at that game too. We didn't do everything perfect that game. Not everything went well for us that game. So you just got to see where you can learn and get better, and definitely take the momentum, but also with momentum, you got to see where you can get better too. And I think that's something that we're harping on a lot.
You personally came out of the half like on fire. What was the switch flip? Was there something that happened at halftime, or just what do you credit that for?
Oh, I just feel like we have to win the game. We have to win that game. They're a team that kind of in the same position we are. So just making sure we win that game. I saw we were tied up. Could have been up 3 at half, but they hit a nice shot. Just knowing that we have to win this game because, we're on their home floor. They just beat 2 power teams in the SEC already. So they're going to come out with it. So we have to come out with our best game too. And I think we did, and ultimately I think that the start of the second half is what helped us win the game later on.
And a lot of you guys talked about how it was just another game. You guys want to just get another win. But as the game progressed, it seemed like you got a little chippy, maybe a little more talking, a little energy. Did you feel that, or did you sense that as the game went on, that hey, this maybe felt like a little different of an atmosphere?
Actually, at the beginning of the game is when I heard all the talking. I heard all the talking, all the screaming. Crowd was a little bit more. The more the game got on, the less I heard any talking. The crowd wasn't as amped up. It's almost like everybody was kind of like just waiting to see who won or lost the game. But definitely at the beginning, I felt the rivalry. People were talking and people weren't even doing anything. They were just talking. So like they were talking to somebody who hadn't even done anything. So it just let me know that that's what this is. That's the rivalry we have, and it was excited to play in.
What it maybe mean to you guys to see Jamie have kind of the touch points he did, the impact plays in the minutes he saw?
Well, it's crazy because if you've seen practices, you're not surprised that he made that play, but it's the way it happened and when it happened and the game we were in. It was so big, like everybody was just really really excited for him. He played against his former team, so I know that means even more that he did it against his former team. And very, very excited for him. He has a bright, bright future here and with the game of basketball. So I'm excited to see what he does for the rest of this year and the rest of his career. But Jamie is very, very capable of making those plays on any given night.
You've been kind of on a roll, especially the last 3 games, all in double figures. You had that big game Saturday. You've been shooting over, I think, in that 3-game stretch, over 50% from 3-point range. So, what do you have to do? How do you maintain that and keep it going?
Oh, you just gotta. Some games with the SEC basketball and like just college basketball in general. Some games you're gonna be on a stretch where you're making everything. Some games you're gonna be on a stretch where you're not making anything. You just have to keep doing what you do, no matter if you're making shots or missing shots. And eventually, if you're a good enough shooter and you put enough time in, like eventually it'll even out and then everything will be okay and you're gonna make the shots you need to make. But just staying like level headed and keep doing what I normally do and playing with confidence like the coaches tell me to do. They tell me not to pass up any shot, even when I'm sometimes not even that open. They tell me to shoot it. So just playing with that type of confidence, knowing your coaches and your teammates want you to take those shots, it just makes it easier to make.
As you maybe gotten to start studying Mississippi State, just what really stands out about Hubbard, number 12, and just his ability to score high volume on any given night?
Yeah, I mean, he's been dominating the SEC the last couple of years. He's been an all SEC player the last couple of years, so he's definitely a tough task. Hubbard's a guy that when he gets in the game, it don't matter who he got on his team and it don't matter who he playing against. He can beat you by himself. So we're very, very aware of that. He's taking 22 shots a game in conference, averaging 25. So we know he's going to get him up. And if it's one of those nights where he's making everything, it's going to be a long night for us. But hopefully that doesn't happen, and we're going to do whatever we can to make it tougher on him. But we also got to know that he's going to make some tough shots. He's going to get some foul calls that we probably didn't foul him, but he's really good at drawing fouls. When he shoots, he kicks his leg out a little bit. He just jumps so high, like it's kind of like he's leaning forward. So we got to be aware of that when he shoots. We got to be aware of where we can and can't contest, and just know that he's their guy. He's their guy to take all the shots. He's their guy to if he's going, then their whole team gonna feel confident. And like I said before, and we've all seen it before, he's beaten teams in the SEC by himself. So we got to be aware anytime he's on the floor, wherever he's on the floor.
Did you get to play against him when you were at Alabama?
Yeah. We played against him. He had a great game at their place. Then then they came to our place, and we kind of did a good job on him. And it's crazy because when he had a good game, the game was close, and we had to scratch and claw and win the game. But when he came to our place, didn't have as good of a game. We were up by like 25 at halftime. So this just goes to show you what type of player he is and how important he is to that team. He's definitely a first-team All-SEC type guy, so we got to make sure he doesn't get going. And if he sees one go in early, he's probably going to feel good the rest of the game, so we can't let him see one go in early.
Anything else for Rylan?
Losing a guy like McKenzie a few weeks ago could have been, kind of devastating to a team, but you guys have really played very well these last few weeks. Just what do you kind of credit that to, and just kind of the way that you guys have maybe just embraced the system that y'all been running these last few weeks?
I think we just have more buy-in. Just sometimes when you lose a great player like McKenzie, other people have to step up. So I feel like it's better, not better, but sometimes when you know you're shorthanded, sometimes other people, they know that we dependent on them to win games, and they have to play well, and they know they're gonna play good amount of minutes every night. So I feel like the rotation got shorter a little bit more. So like everybody's more like bought in, and they know what they're gonna get pretty much on the court, and they know how to stay on the court and stuff like that. And Sean picked his game up significantly. Like Sean is a all SEC first team type guy right now, the way he's playing, if we're being honest. I think he's averaging a double-double. That's to me is all SEC from what I've seen in the past. That's definitely all SEC team, but to me it's all SEC first team. So with him picking his play up as well, it's also made it easier for guys like me and Ruben and Ali and Zach to play that 4 spot that Mac was for us, because he cleans up the glass and he defends very, very well, and he gets other people shots. So just us coming more together, and other people on the team rising up their play. Obviously, we've seen Pop getting better. He's coming off an injury too. So there's other people rising their play up, and us being more connected and more bought into what the coaches ask us to do.